This episode of the Brilliance Plus Passion podcast is brought to you by Groundhog Day is an event, not a business strategy. Are you ready to finally solve those pesky issues that keep holding back your business success and never seem to go away? Embrace the power of the S.P.R.I.N.G formula that unearths the issues and opportunities burrowed beneath the surface, and grow your business so you thrive from your intersection of your brilliance and your passion. Claim your copy today at www.thegroundhogbook.com. Welcome to the Brilliance Plus Passion podcast. Join us as we celebrate entrepreneurs, business creators, and brilliant minds who reveal what they are doing to make the world a better place by being part of it. Be sure to visit our website at www.brilliancepluspassion.com. While you're there, subscribe to us via your favorite network. Now sit back, lean in, tune in, get your notepad and 2 pens ready, and let's get started.
My name is Adam Homey. I am your host, and I am honored once again by your wise decision to tune in and invest in yourself today. At the Brilliance Plus Passion Project, we highlight people who make the world a better place by being part of it and their contributions to it. And today, I'm very excited to speak with somebody who I've spoken with before. A few weeks ago, he was on our Business Creators Radio show, and I'm just delighted by the opportunity to sort of double dip on this one. His name is Matthew Brackett, and just to tell you very briefly about him, he is basically what he does is with 30 plus years of experience in the field of personal and professional leadership and education development. Matthew held leadership, educational, and consulting roles in Italy, Ireland, England, Colombia, Chile, and Mexico, as well as serving as Special Staff Officer and Chaplain in the United States Navy. As a frequent podcast guest, Matthew leverages his heart-centered care for thousands, his ample familiarity with complex global organizations, broad intercultural experience, and varying postgraduate degrees in human development and leadership in a uniquely insightful manner. His candid, sincere, and vulnerable approach, which you will enjoy, will offer an enriching blend of experience, education, and inspiration. I was highly inspired by Matthew when we spoke with him on the other show, and I'm happy to feature you again. Matthew, welcome aboard.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you very much. Great to be here again.
All right. So basically, what we do here at the Brilliance Plus Passion Project, this is mostly to spotlight you. Mm-hmm. And first thing that we typically ask is, how does the work you do make the world a better place for your clients, customers, and the world at large?
Yes, thank you, Adam. I would consider myself, first of all, a very good person, and probably because of the family that I come from and just the field of work that I've been in for so many years. The other things in that is my knowledge of the human person, because I work so internationally, interculturally, and because of a lot of studies and then just dealing with so many people over the last 30 years, my deep knowledge of the human person, my comfort in that one-on-one space, my ability to connect and understand, to care, and a lot of people would say my insightfulness. And so I do all of this through the individual coaching services, which I call coaching, consulting, and mentorship. And then there's the speaking part, the education piece, through public speaking, through education, through teaching, helping people in their personal development and leadership and all different types of leadership areas and leadership topics.
Well, basically, you answered the first 2 questions with your response to number 1. So I'm very happy to give you more time here. And the next thing that we're very curious about is, what are some of the frequently asked questions, the FAQs that come up with folks who are considering working with you?
The first thing people usually ask is, well, who is your ideal client? That's usually the question that's kind of out there in the different circles that I work in. What do you mean by education? because I call myself, rather than calling myself a speaker, I call myself an educator.
Yeah.
And what do you mean by coaching? Because that can mean a lot of different things. And sometimes people ask also, why global? I've got that a few questions because I would consider myself a global leadership coach. So that's another question that people ask.
What are a few questions you wish they would ask?
Can you tell me more? Where can I
Uh,
sign up? How
yeah.
can I get you to come speak to our organization? And otherwise, well, why work with you over any other executive coach? Because you market myself as more than an executive coach because of the type of work
Yeah.
that I do with executives or leaders in any sector, really.
Right. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to shift gears here, and we're going to ask a few things to help our listeners get to know you better as a person. So this is the fun part.
All
Now,
right.
first of all, what would people who know you be surprised to learn about you?
People that
Something about you that people who know you would be surprised to learn. Like, imagine they're watching this right now. Something
right.
about you that they would say, "Oh my goodness, I had no idea."
That I'm slightly timid, shy.
Okay.
That's not very exciting. But I would love to. Yeah, no one would know this. I would love to entertain through singing. I would always kind of wanted to be on the singing stage. Kind of like
Oh,
it's kind of like Michael Bublé style.
yeah. You know, I had a karaoke career that lasted for exactly one song, and I agreed to personally distribute the recording just so that I could bury it.
Okay.
So, what do you hope people say about you when you're not around to hear it?
I would hope that people would say how much I care, how well I listened, and also I want to connect more with him. Yeah, I wish people would say that I'm funny and engaging. Well, I think I am engaging, but I would like to have a better sense of humor.
Yeah.
But those are some of the things that I wish people would say. Let me go back to the fun part. Some things that people wouldn't know about me, or that some of
Sure.
your
Go ahead.
guests might find interesting, was and because of my past life in ministry, I was very familiar and worked in the Vatican. I had a very close relationship with John Paul II. So those are things. I'm trilingual. I bungee jumped, which was a big thing for me.
Mhm.
So those are some fun facts.
Wow.
But yes, then what I would hope people would say is that I care, that I listen well, and that they would want to continue going deeper or having a deeper conversation.
Certainly. If you could go back in time and change one thing you've done, one thing you've experienced, one thing that's happened, what would it be and why?
Oh, one thing. Oh boy. I hope you don't mind if I just list a few, maybe.
Go ahead.
That come to mind is, I think, some mistakes that I made in leadership, in dealing with certain people in certain situations. I would like to have that back to do a better job there. I would like to, like I said before, maybe pursued a career in music or acting or sports. I grew up playing soccer. But something else that I would have liked to not have had an affair that I had. Then I don't know how much you want me to expound on that, but anyways,
It's up to you, certainly. And
I'd made
I got to tell you, don't think I've had ever in the history of this show, and we're getting close to 200 episodes, have had anybody be so willing to be so candid.
Oh, well, there you go. I have to live up to that bio that you read. So yes, I mean, I had made a vow of celibacy and chastity, and so I broke that through having it. And yes, I'm not proud of that. While being understandable in those circumstances, never justified. And it didn't do good to me. I don't think it was good for the person involved, although it was mutual. And
Yeah.
but that and then I would have liked, as I go back in my story, I would have liked to have kept my relationship with pornography more at bay. Again, there's obviously more to that story, but
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Got some good stuff for this episode.
Yeah, well, when we share this episode, we may have to say we asked Matthew Brackett 10 questions. The answer to number 7 will shock you.
There you go.
All right, so let's go to question number 8, which is, what famous person, alive or dead, would you like to meet, and what question would you have for them if you had this opportunity?
You know, this is a really hard one, and Adam, I might let you down on this one. Famous, really, I suppose with politicians, I would like to meet with a lot of famous politicians and ask them why they do what they do, and how they would like to lead better. You know, this might go to Putin, the presidents that we've had recent in the States. You know, whether it be Trump, whether it be Biden. It's the same thing, really, to understand where they're coming from, why they do what they do, what their intention is with going forward. This would go with a lot of politicians around the world that, in my view, are not serving common good well. Then another thing that hits to me is this isn't really anyone famous. He was the superior general director or leader of the organization that I was part of. And he wasn't the right fit for that position, for what the organization was going. And I had said things, but I wish I'd been more assertive in suggesting that he should step down for his own good, because in the end he ended up dying from everything he was going through. So it's that he should have stepped down, because he would have been able to serve better in other ways.
Right.
That's not really a question. It's more about telling him what I think he should do.
Yeah. Certainly. What motivates and inspires you to keep going when you're having a tough time or facing a challenge?
Oh, the one thing is the big picture. To always keep the big picture in mind, because when we're going through tough times, darkness, challenges, we can easily, obviously, lose sight of that. So that's helped me a lot. The vision of the impact and difference that I want to make in the world and in other people. So those things have kept me going.
Great. And finally, I know you have an invitation for our audience, and I'm going to share that on your behalf. But in general, what is one thing that you would encourage our listeners to do as soon as they finish streaming this episode, when we're done in about a minute from now?
Adam, I would suggest to your audience that they go write a message, a letter, or have a conversation with the one person that, if that person died tomorrow, they would regret not having told them what they have to say.
Okay.
Do you want me to repeat that?
Yeah, could you please? Yeah.
To go write a message, a letter,
write a message,
or have a conversation with the one person that, if that person died tomorrow, you would regret not having told them what you have to say.
Wow. That actually has some depth to it. Yeah. The answer to number 7 will shock you. The answer to number 10 will blow your mind.
Well, thank you, Adam.
Yeah. So the invitation is very simple. We encourage everybody to visit your website, which is BrackettAlliance.com, and there's 2 T's in Brackett, BrackettAlliance.com, BrackettAlliance.com. And when you visit that website, you will discover more about Matthew's strategic coaching services and how they empower leaders to become fully present in their commitments, leading better, loving better, and living better. You will achieve the performance and success you desire and deserve. And to discover more about that, again, visit BrackettAlliance.com. All right. So, Matthew, thank you so much for being with us today. It has been an honor, and believe me, an education.
Thank you, Adam. Likewise. Great to be here again with you.
Thank you for tuning into the Brilliance plus Passion podcast, where we celebrate entrepreneurs, business creators, and brilliant minds who are making a difference for their community, market, and audience. Remember to visit our website at www.brilliancepluspassion.com and enjoy even more great episodes like this one. Again, while you're here, subscribe to us via your favorite network. We look forward to seeing you next time on the Brilliance plus Passion podcast.